another episode of The Book Corner. Today's guest, Horace Baxter.
Welcome back to The Book Corner. I'm Ted Cooper. With us in the studio today we have author, and I use that term loosely, Horace Baxter. Thanks for being with us today, Horace.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Now, Horace, your new book, Many Shades of Darkness, is just getting blasted by the critics.
Well, it's certainly not for everyone. It is quite graphic.
I actually have some critiques here. The New York Times said, Shades of Darkness is just a cheap juvenile knockoff of 50 Shades of Grey. Horace Baxter has an elementary grasp of the human anatomy. He has gone a step beyond Clive Cussler and made himself a hero of the book. This story is a disaster in every sense of the word.
I wouldn't say I made myself the hero of the book.
To describe the hero of this book, I would say he looks exactly like the picture on the back. Also, the names are the same. Also, it is me.
I could see how that could be confusing to some people.
There are many who speculate that you have very little knowledge of sex. You may even be a virgin. What do you have to say to these people?
Ted, thank you for bringing this subject up. It's been a vicious rumor going around for a while now, and it's just ridiculous and unfounded. I mean, I've smashed so many labias, I made Magic Johnson look gay. So many vaginas are going through my mind right now, all of which I had sex with, of course. As a matter of fact, no one that's a virgin could write this book. I mean, there's so much intimate knowledge of sex in here, it would be impossible for me to be a virgin. Let me just read a passage out of here.
Why don't you do that for us, Horace?
Okay. Put my glasses on. He reached down and placed his hand on his giant wiener. He began to slap it repeatedly against his thigh. He looked at her as she was running her fingers through her hair down there. She began to glide her fingers slowly in and out of her taint. At this moment, his balls began to fill with juices.
Well, there you have it, folks. Undeniable evidence. But still, there are some people who speculate that all you know about sex is what you watch in porn.
Again, just absolutely ludicrous. I don't watch porn. I think it's vile. I think it's disgusting. You know, let me just go straight to the book again and find another passage. As he passes her room, he looks and sees her lying naked on the bed. He stares at her beautiful taco and can only think of one thing. Bukkake. Do I need to keep reading, or does that remove all doubt?
Oh, I think all doubt has been lifted. Many Shades of Darkness in bookstores everywhere. In my opinion, what we can barely call a book, we get a child's grasp of sex and a very subpar storyline. All in all, a very underwhelming success.
Oh, Ted, you are too kind. Thank you. Thank you.
What did you just hear?
That my book, huge success.
Thank you for joining us, Horace.
No, thank you for having me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a threesome to attend to. Maybe two. I don't know. Hell, it's a good day. Let's go for an orgy.
Well, folks, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us.
He reached down and placed his hand on his giant wiener. He reached down and placed his hand on his giant wiener. He began to slap it repeatedly against his thigh.
I'm sorry, Horace. Continue.
Thank you for having me. But if you'll excuse me, I have a... Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. But if you'll excuse me, I have a threesome to get to. Or perhaps I'll make it an orgy. What about a uterus or something like that?
Baby maker.
Her meat wallet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Of her love tunnel.
Yeah.
She began to glide her fingers slowly in and out of her beef curtains. Woo! Ladies, that was awesome. Now you two kiss.